So in this video, I'm going to go into how to build a business truly unique to you. And this is an idea that has come from basically building my own business and just revelations that have come to me along the way. I've been able to create something that is truly unique to me and allows for me to shine, but also allows for me to understand a lot about myself and also just expand, evolve. So what I'm looking at right now is I have so many interests of mine. I'm a dancer, I'm a healer, I'm a teacher, and to say the least, there's a lot of different things that I'm in, and so my ideal business will be being able to derive and create systems from for all of these different areas that I have, and somehow have them be connected. And I don't think that it was possible to do this maybe like a few years ago, definitely not decades ago. I think we're living in a time that will allow us to be able to do whatever we want, however we want. And my experience has shown that. So, for example, even this YouTube channel has been growing at a good rate, much faster than my first YouTube channel. And obviously, there's been changes, there's been evolution, which has allowed me to connect with the people in mind and also just produce more without having to be afraid of what people think, etc. So I'm very grateful. I've grown a lot, and so through those lessons, I think that this video is really for the people who are trying to build something that is not replicable, something that is unique to them, something that comes from their soul, and something that also is based on on service. So first off, business. What is business? Business to me is service. So are you looking to serve the higher good of humanity? That's basically it. How are you looking to serve? And so if you have that in mind, if that's your main priority, then I believe that the best model for that is business. I think there's also other things such as charities and other things that exist, but I think that we're moving into an age where there's business for service of the whole versus business for service of the self. And I think I've had a lot of issues with business just because a lot of people, there's often things that are like, it's business, like, and then that gives it a kind of a reason for people to just be dicks, basically. But I have let go of all of that, and so the business that I look at and the business that I am building is a business that is in service to the whole. And service, what is service? It just means helping one another. It just means furthering the evolution of humanity. It also means connection. It means a business built on love. So that's the first aspect that I wanted to go into really quick. The next aspect is truly unique to you. Um, well, how do you build something unique? And the thing is, well, we are all truly unique. We all are at our very core essence. We are all expressions of the divine. We are all expressions of an infinite creator. And so we have come into this world as an expression of that creation. And so we are all one in our ability to connect with one another and to have stem from the same source. But we are also all unique in the sense that we have differentiated from that source, and so we are all different expressions of that source. So understanding this truth, you can come by. Understanding this truth allows you to be able to understand your essence. So what is your essence? And I talk about this in my course. You guys can check it out in my community. The link is gonna be down below. Um, the community is free right now. If you guys click on it, you can probably access it, and it is free. But like I said, finding your purpose, finding your true essence, that is really the journey of if you want to create something unique to you, you have to know who you are. So how do you build a business unique to you? Be yourself, and that's really the essence of it all. If we had to break it down, you have to be yourself. And so also there's various stages of development that need to be discussed. For example, the stage of development where you're connected to your heart center, that is very very important, because you will not care to serve people and you will not make that your priority unless you are tapped into love, unless you're tapped into your heart. If you are not tapped into your heart, you will be seeking to basically just get things from people. So you will be putting money over service, and that does not help you out in the short term. No, it helps you out in the short term, but it will not help you out in the long term. It will lead to a lot of unfulfillment. So, what leads to true fulfillment? It means serving from the heart, understanding that is your priority. And so that's one stage of development. Being able to tap into your heart, tap into your soul, and understand that business is about service and making that your main priority. The second step that needs to happen, or maybe this happens before even that happens, which is you need to understand who you are. Who are you at your core? Um, Understanding who you are finding your purpose, all of that is essential. If you don't have that, if you don't understand that, then you can never differentiate yourself, and so you will constantly be looking at the outside world to basically stand out. And so then you just become a copy of everybody else. No, there's a difference between copying and there's a difference between stealing, and I think that you can steal somebody else's style and make it your own. Basically, when you steal some from somebody, and I'm not saying stealing in the sense of, like, and maybe even stealing isn't even the right word, but I like to say steal, and there's a concept I use because when I look at something, it inspires me, and then I make it my own. So like maybe I see a dancer, they dance a specific way, and I'm like, "Ooh, I like that move, but let me do it in my own way." That's what it means to steal for me. It's almost like an evolution. We could call it a collaborative thing, because that's the way I see it. Stealing is almost like collaboration, and because I leave myself open to express myself, and then another person can take inspiration from that and create their own thing. So maybe the word isn't stealing, maybe it's collaborating. Ooh, cooperating together. So yes, so the idea is, don't try to copy people, steal from people. Don't try to copy from people. Cooperate with people. So build with people. That means don't try to mimic. Think about what you like about it, reflect on it, look at it, and then integrate it into your being and express it the way that you want to express it. Make it your own thing, right? So when you see an idea on a business that you like, maybe that excites you, but understand that whatever excites you, it is not it isn't supposed to be the result. It isn't supposed to be the goal. The goal is going to be found through you interacting with that thing. So for example, if I got inspired by YouTubers and I want to be a YouTuber, I don't care to I don't want to do what they're doing, exactly what they're doing. I want to do something that, like, I want to do what they're doing, but I want to do it in my own way. So that means then really reflecting on what it means to be a YouTuber for me. Sometimes just doing it, really, and that's another important part. Just doing it, putting it out there, entering that frequency of creation. You have to enter that frequency of building stuff, because when you build stuff, you're basically creating the infrastructure for your business. So that allows you to get feedback from your soul on whether or on how that's going to play out. So a lot of people want to try and replicate other businesses, basically, or they're trying to use those as the gateway to their success. But what I'm saying is, slow down. What I'm saying is, look around businesses, get inspiration, okay, cool. But, you know, don't try to replicate it. Understand that whatever inspired you, that's cool. That's information for you. Maybe that's leading you somewhere. Now go and act. And when you act and keep on acting over time, you'll understand exactly what that means for you and how that would look like. For example, for myself, right now, I've been doing YouTube. I've been playing around. I got my school community. I've been doing Instagram. Like over the past 5 years, I've just been doing a little bit of everything. And finally, I've arrived to the place where I'm like, okay, now I understand what I need to be doing. Now it's not going to take 5 years for you. It could take 1 year. It could take a few months. The point is that you just have to be doing it. You just have to be entering that frequency that your soul is calling you to enter. Because when you enter that becomes your normal reality. And when you enter that norm, when that becomes your normal reality, then you can really understand what it feels like to be there, what it means to be there. So right now, my reality has shifted to, now I'm a teacher. I'm a leader. I'm a thought leader. I'm an influencer. So that has completely kind of shaped the way I see things, because it took some time for me to get in. Like, I could get into that frequency and I'll do it, but I didn't know what it meant for me to be doing it. And now through time, I've been able to see. I've gotten feedback from myself. I've gotten feedback from the world around me, and so this feels right. And now it is just a default state of being. And so now I'm gonna be building upon that. So what is the message here? The message is, for you to build something unique to you, you have to try it. You have to do it. You have to put yourself out there. In reality, you're not gonna understand what is really unique to you unless you're getting that information from doing it. So, there's like, I believe the first step first, if you want to build a business, first off would be connected to your heart. The second step will be knowing yourself, find your purpose, etc. And I could make a video on that, and you can also check out my course on that, link down below. And then I guess the third step will be, um, for sure, doing the thing. So, um, just to emphasize that point, you need to be doing things. And if you're not putting out there, if you want to be an artist, make some songs and post them out into the world. Do it for the sake of doing it. If you want to be a YouTuber, record a video on your phone and just upload it, and then just keep doing that. If you want to be a writer, write something and post it for somebody to see. And the thing that will be very important is do these things based from your heart. So write the song and put it out there because it came from your heart. Write the piece and put that piece out there because it came from your heart. If you make that video, make it from your heart and put it out there because you know that it's important. That it's there to serve somebody. I feel like I'm moving too far away from the mic. So yeah, so do things, act from the heart, okay? And then something unique to you. I guess the fourth point that I want to add on how to build a business truly unique to you is going to be experimentation. So yes, there are things within you that are unique to you, and there are also things that and there it's also important to experiment and get that feedback from within you and outside of you. But also, it is very important for you to experiment. So constantly be experimenting, constantly be learning, constantly be exploring. Explore all the things that you're interested in. Like this is the power of we live in the age of the polymath, and I'll probably make a video right now on that. Um, Let me just write that down real quick. The age of the polymath video idea. This is how I get my video ideas. So we live in the age of the polymath. So that means that we can explore multiple interests. We can learn multiple skills. We can look into different fields. We can study different fields, and so we have free reign to explore. We have free reign to go into things. Why? Because technology is accelerating. I can now make things a lot faster. I don't take as long to write my content. I don't take as long to plan my content. I don't take as long um, to just do the research. Things are coming. There's other YouTubers that are posting more information that I'm learning, and then I'm posting something, and then somebody else is learning, and that will inspire them to go and post something else. So like, there's a constant hub of just information that is allowing people to grow faster. If I didn't have YouTube, I wouldn't have been able to learn most of the skills that I have now. For example, like cold approaching or psychology or all these different skills that I have. If I didn't have YouTube, I wouldn't have been able to do to get to where I'm at now at the speed that I did. And all I know is that as time passes, it'll be amplified even more so. So we're transitioning into the age of Aquarius, we're entering a whole new age of technology. So it's very important that you're exploring, that you're staying on top of things, that you're learning, that you're challenging yourself. Don't just stick to what you know. Stick to the process of learning. Get comfortable being uncomfortable and be curious, be super curious. These traits are the traits of an individual who is tuned in, tapped in, turned on, as Abraham Hicks would say. Tune in to your flow, tune in to creation, tune in to yourself, but also tune in to what's going on outside the world and begin to play, begin to have fun, begin to connect with the things around you. Explore, please, like that. I think because the moment you do, it will lead to you creating something that's also on the edge of evolution. When you explore multiple interests and you are able to integrate them together, you can then create something truly unique to you. So not only do so you connect them to yourself, which is a unique individual, and then you explore new things, and then you bring that together, and so it amplifies even more. So the uniqueness is truly, truly, truly going to be limitless. So one last point that I want to add pertaining to technology is that it is the time to do this. We can all do this. So, like for example, I have interest in psychology, spirituality. I have interest in dance. I have interest in holistic healing. I have interest in animation. I have interest in coding. So, by me being able to integrate all of these skills together, I can now create my own business that's truly connected to this. And it could seem like me creating apps for people who want to evolve spiritually. It could seem like me creating videos, entertaining videos that educate people on spirituality. It could be me going to dance and creating a class around how dance relates to spirituality and how dance can help you awaken. Those ideas are truly unique to me, and I know that nobody else can do that. And this is where we now live in the age where um we can access all kinds of information. And now I remember when I was starting off, everyone was saying pick a niche, narrow down. But now I understand that that's not the way, because narrowing down limits me from wanting to explore more things. And so so for me to stand out, it means my perspective is the thing that makes me stand out. It's me being able to go to any field, any domain, and because I'm so well studied and I'm so well rounded, and I'm also so open, I can go to any study, any domain, and I can make connections with that thing and help the people in that domain. And then also I can go people outside of that domain and talk about that specific domain I just got out from, and they can find value, and that can prompt them to go and explore that domain that I just came from. We can talk about coding, for example. So coding is something that I was very unfamiliar with a few months ago, for sure. Like for sure, at least 3 months ago, and I'm very barely new. But thanks to AI, I've been able to dive in and learn a little bit, learn how to use coding. What exactly is coding? What is the culture of coding? What does it mean for me to be a coder? Thanks to AI, it has facilitated that. So my growth, I believe, will be much faster. I'll be able to create things much faster. And now I'm also integrating my understanding of spirituality and reality and the universe in general. I'm able to integrate that into my coding process, my process of learning to code. And now I know I'm going to be able to bring a whole new perspective into that domain of coding. But also, I'm speaking to you right now and I'm mentioning coding. And so then, if you're a person that's interested in coding or is curious about that, I know that I'll be able to help you in the future as I learn, and I find some things that have helped me learn faster, and that'll help you learn faster. So there's a beauty here. There's an exchange of, like, there is no limitation. And I would argue that that the narrowed down advice that the business gurus have been talking about, I think it's outdated, definitely outdated. Let's look at Dan Coe. The man is succeeding and he's exploring, and he's able to, and he basically states a universal truth, which I love, which is the niche is you. You are the niche. Your business is a projection of yourself. So if that is the concept, and it's going to tie it all in together, it's the concepts that I have just discussed. If your business is a projection of who you are, then all work is internal work. As so, if you are a person who's curious, who is expanding, who's exploring, who is open, who is loving, who is compassionate, who is inviting, who is sociable, who is emotionally intelligent, who is welcoming, etc. If you are a person that is that, then your business will basically be that also. And so your work is basically showing up more and more and more as you can in this state, and having that just be expanded. And so this then leads to you being able to create ecosystems, little systems of yourself that people can come to and get value from, and they can then go out into the world and create their own ecosystems, their own systems that allow them to help others in their own way. And so it's this beautiful journey of people creating for the sake of creating, for the sake of service, which leads to even more service, which ignites other people, which awakens other people. And so we live in a world which is interconnected. Everybody's getting value. Like, people get value with me because of my specific personality, my specific soul, my specific essence. And that doesn't take away from the fact if they go and get value from somebody else with their own specific essence and their own specific personality. And that is the beauty of the new reality that I am embodying, and the new truth that I am bringing into this world, and the new just the new me who I'm becoming. So I'm glad to share this with you, and I'm thankful for you if you watched this all the way through. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this helped you open your eyes to the things that are available to you, and yeah, that's basically it. You already know, it's your boy. Stay lucid.